This is Jake's training video. You can see there how focused he is. He keeps watching, waiting for you, as well as being able to walk on a loose lead. There's a sit and a drop. That was Mum asking him to stay and rewarding. There's a long stay. And you don't reward until you are back and they are still in that position. So if Mum was to walk away and come back and say he stayed but went into a sit position, you wouldn't reward it. You wouldn't get angry either, you just put them back in that position and do it again. So you can see he's very calm and focused. So here's the sit stay. And so if he was to come up into a stand or go down into a drop, but he stayed there, you'd just be emotionless, and you'd go back, ask him to do it again, and just go a little bit shorter. When training for stays, you do duration over distance. So you're better off to take one step away from him, 1 or 2 steps. And now see, he's gotten up. And I'll show you. So we don't reward. We just put him back into the position. Don't get angry. No reward. And just ask it again. Now, because of the training we've kept with him, we're actually able to... That was a recall. But we're able to go quite a far duration and distance. But with training, if he gets up, you're better off to take 2 steps away for 30 seconds rather than go 10 steps and 2 seconds. You also, when training, you do it step by step. You don't do massive amounts. So you take 2 steps at one time, and then you might go 3, then 4, and if he gets up and sits back, you just bring it back a step. When rewarding, you also only want to give 1 or 2 treats, because then when you're in the process of teaching something new, you then want to do what we call jackpotting. So that's when you want to give them multiple treats. And so if you give them multiple treats for everything they do, that'll become the normal. And so for things just like asking him to sit, we don't treat now. You just give him a pat or say good boy. On your mat. So that's a drop on his mat. And I don't know if you can hear, but there's a train going on in the background. I've lifted up, you might be able to see. And we're also having our roof sprayed, which is quite loud. So there's heaps of distractions going on, and new things, like they don't see much of this. So being able to work under distraction as well, because it's one thing asking your dog to do everything at home, and that's fine, but then when they go out to a different place or something unusual going on, they may not work under those circumstances unless they're used to being exposed to new places. So now we've also got the mower starting up and coming here. See over there? And look, and you can see the distraction in him. You don't get angry, you just ask him to refocus. And see, there you go, and then we get the result we want. Getting angry with your dog, if they don't do what you ask, can actually make them anxious. And when they get anxious or stressed, they'll stop taking food, and then they'll stop focusing, and they won't take the food, so they won't want to do anything. So it's important that when they do something that you're not happy with, is you just stay emotionless. You just don't engage with the dog. Can you do some more inappropriate handling?
Oh, okay.
Just one more thing, which is called inappropriate handling. Training them to be inappropriate handling. Wait, that's a bad spot. Is where you do things like, you know, you tug on their tail softly. You know, you tug underneath their belt, or not tug underneath, but little tug of the ears. Roughing around the collar, as you can see. Not so much that you want to hurt them, obviously. Pushing on the paws, but just enough to be a bit firm. So that way, for example, if he has to go to the vets or something and they really need to tug and look deep in those ears, or do anal glands, anything like that, he's going to be comfortable. One thing is, he's going to be comfortable, relaxed, he won't be distressed. And also, if you go out, and there are little children or just people in general that don't actually know how to handle dogs, and say, for example, you know, they run up whilst and, like, you know, grab the dog's tail or do any of those sort of things, he's not then going to be distressed by it, and he won't react, because if you're training him for that, he'll know that that is a positive and normal thing.
Pause.